Traditionally in a hospital, you'd have a lot more beds, let's just say, and frequently hospitals are referred to by the number of beds that they carry. In our hospital, we've actually incorporated what's called evidence-based design principles, which includes less beds, more clinic space, a lot faster throughput of patients. And the way that they do that, it's actually using evidence-based data that shows that a lighter area zone for patients to heal is much more appropriate for faster healing. And the way that we've designed our hospital, we're anticipating about a 30% faster throughput of patients. Part of it is based on, there's several criteria, but part of it boils down to distraction from your woes, and to have a place that is more like a hotel or a park or a resort where you can actually get better.
Building a brand new hospital, it wasn't just a retrofit, it's actually a sited a brand new hospital in a very short amount of time. We had to work within the time constraints of that funding source. In order to do that, we had to take a typical naval hospital delivery timeline, which is around 5 to 7 years, and pare it down to 3 to 4. So not only did we have to create this great design that Commander Robinson was just talking about and get the construction going to generate the economic stimulus that was desired, we had to do it in completely unprecedented ways. It implicitly meant that added to this project scope was process improvement. So that brought to bear all the lean construction methods that Clark McCarthy was able to bring to the table. That brought to bear delivering the project through a design-build vehicle, which is a bit different than the independent designing construction by different entities. And being able to furnish a hospital this way, which is rather unconventional, but to be very successful at it, has created just tremendous impact on the Naval Facilities Engineering Command, on Navy Medicine, and government stakeholders in general for delivering this kind of hospital are really looking in on the things that we've done in order to adopt them on their projects. The decision to make this a design-build project came with it a lot of resistance from the government end, but we really knew that this is what we had to do. And Carlos, you could probably describe what that means.
Yeah, the design-build it may be new to a lot of people because in the latter part of the 20th century, the most common delivery method for large construction projects was design, bid, build. An architect and a design team got in a room and finished a set of drawings that got handed over to a construction team to then put a price to it and execute the design. What ended up resulting from that was a very confrontational relationship by nature. Design-build integrates designers and contractors into the same team, working from the same side of the table with the same purpose and goal in mind. It really is a return to the way that most great structures in the world were delivered. If you think about the grand palaces in Europe or even the pyramids in the Mayan world or Egypt, those were really design-build projects where the designers and the builders were working on the same side of the table, working towards one singular goal. So the implementation of a design-build delivery allowed for the process to take place in a much faster, expedited schedule, but it required a lot of trust. Commander was talking about all the stakeholders, and certainly that was one of the major challenges. The government and the contracting team needed to develop the sense of trust with each other, and here quality plays a big role, because by being transparent with the goals and the data and the processes, we could have honest and open conversations that sometimes became difficult. But at the end of the day, because we had that trust that this really is a critical milestone and we have to make a decision by this date, and we trusted each other, then we could work together and solve the problem. That became a very important tool for us to be able to use on this project and overcome a lot of those challenges. For somebody that hasn't had the privilege of wearing the uniform, a lot of what motivates me to do the project in the best way that I can is that it gives me an opportunity to say thank you in a professional way to the countless men and women that are willing to volunteer and give their life so that we can preserve our way of living in the free world. So to have a chance to deliver a once-in-a-lifetime project that does more than just meet the need, but really sends a message that we care for them, that we are going to give them the best possible facilities in the world. Gives you a sense of pride that I have never had the privilege of being a part of and probably never will again.